Okay, so I am trying out a recipe to make cream cheese flan. Don't know how it's going to come out. Just following a recipe I actually seen on YouTube. Don't remember the person's name I found it on. And excuse me for the sweating because it's really hot in here. So basically the recipe is 5 eggs. Really simple. 5 eggs, 1 block of 8-ounce cream cheese, 1 can of evaporated milk, which is 12 ounces. Oops. And 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Mine happens to be a Nestle Spanish version of it. This is 14 ounce sweetened condensed milk. Oh, and vanilla extract. I happen to have the imitation kind. So you probably want to put 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract or however much you want, but since mine is imitation and it's not the real kind, I'm putting 2 tablespoons because that's just my logic of thinking of it. So I'm putting 2 tablespoons of that, and then 5 eggs, and since it looks really, oh, that cream cheese should be at room temperature, by the way. And I'm going to start it on really low before I add the other ingredients because it looks kind of messy. And you just mix it all together. Ooh, that looks so appetizing.
Looks like phlegm instead of flan.
Oh, come on, don't. Alright, I'm going to mix this a little bit better. You really don't need to see all that. So at this point, I am going to add in the sweetened condensed milk to thicken it up, to help it, can you give me that spatula right there, please? Rubber spatula. To let that thicken up, because it was a little hard to get the, that was the sugar falling off the other end. A little hard to get that out of there. You want to use a rubber spatula or a spoon to scrape out all of this sweetened condensed milk, because you don't want to leave any behind, because that's your sugar for your flan. I got to tell you, I made my first flan the other day, and it was really good. And I just did a basic recipe, and I don't know what I do with that one. I think I did 4 eggs and 4 egg yolks, and it came out really good. I enjoyed it. But, so now we're going to do this cream cheese flan and see how that tastes. And you definitely want to taste some of this sweetened condensed milk because it is really good. Yummy. Yummy. Love it. It's okay, it doesn't have any raw egg in it. It was just a sweetened condensed milk. So basically you just want to mix all those ingredients together and get it nice and smooth, which looks like the cream cheese is giving me a hard time on getting smooth. So I'm going to mix all that until it's smooth, and then I'll show you the next step, okay? Okay, I decided that this mixture did not look really thick enough for me, so I'm going to add 2 egg yolks to it. So separate the egg if you want. You don't have to. I just didn't like that it didn't really look thick enough. So I want to add 2 egg yolks to the mixture. So actually what I forgot to tell you before is I had sugar sitting on the stove. I put in about a cup of sugar and I let it sit in here until it got golden brown. And right now it's been sitting for a little while. I forgot about it. I had it at really low temperature, so it kind of hardened up a little bit. So I'm putting the heat on again so it can get soft enough for me to pour it into your container that you're going to bake it in. So while we're letting that get warmed up, I'm going to show you what needs to be done next. Okay, so you want to be really careful with this because once you melt your sugar and caramelize it, you're going to let it sit in your pan and keep an eye on it and make it medium-high heat, and don't burn it. Be really careful. Don't stir it either. You don't want to stir it because you're going to crystallize it. So look at it. It's nice and smooth. It's ready to be poured. I'm going to pour it into this one first because this is the most important one. Then I'm going to pour it into that. Oh, by the way, I sprayed these dishes I sprayed these dishes with some buttered flavored Pam, spray, and so it makes it easier to come out. Don't scrape the pan. You do not want to scrape the pan because it's just going to form crystals. It's just going to make it harder to do, because the longer it's in the air and off the heat, the thicker it's going to get. And once it stops dripping, then you're good to go. There's not much you can get out. Throw it into the hot water real fast, because you're going to want that to, start melting. Alright, so I mix this cream cheese mixture as best as I can. It doesn't seem that it really mixes that well. Maybe I didn't have my cream cheese at room temperature enough. I thought it was room temperature enough, but... So it kind of leaves some bits in there, but I'm guessing that that's going to be okay, because once it hits the oven, it's going to hit the heat, it's going to melt, obviously. So I'm using a ladle to put it in there and make it easier, I think. Can you turn that water off, please? Thank you. Oh, look at that. That's going to be good. Hey, get a close-up of this. Ooh, I'm making a mess. So you're putting this in your oven-safe bakeware. Mine happens to be this Gibson cookware. And I'm glad I added those 2 egg yolks. I'm satisfied with that. You can put it in one dish. As long as it's a plate, it's a dish that you can invert over a plate, then you're good to go. I'm actually making one because I'm giving one to a friend that requested me to make this. So there I go. I'm getting a lot of mixture left over. You're going to bake this in the oven for 350 for about an hour. About 50 minutes to an hour. You want to check it after 45 minutes and insert either a toothpick or a knife in the middle to see if it comes out dry. And if it comes out dry, then you're good to go. And the most important thing is you're going to give this a water bath. You see how, look how I put this in this dish here. This is going into, I'm putting hot water in here, and it's going to fill up at least halfway to your thing. To your pan, and that's it. Cook it for 50 minutes and you should be good to go. And here is the finished product. These are the individual servings. Have not inverted the other one, the bigger serving, but this is the individual serving. And let's see how it tastes. Ooh, nice and firm. Nice and creamy. Get some of that caramel in there. Let's see. Look how pretty that looks. Oh wow, that's really good. That's nice and creamy. Look at that. Well, I guarantee you're going to love this. This is nice, and it's thicker than the other flan I made. This is the cream cheese flan. This is thicker than the other one I made. And I actually think I like this one better. I wish you can taste this right now. It is so good. Well, you too can make this. In just a few short hours, you can have this in your mouth. Very easy recipe if you were watching all along, so it's really easy. You should try and make it. Alright, until next time, thanks for watching.